Iris House Children's Hospice offers an holistic approach to care for special needs children with life-limiting and life-threatening conditions and support for their families. We believe being a child should be a happy time, and in particular if that time with their parents is going to be a short one, we want to make every moment special for our parents and our children. We offer a range of services for our families, starting from basic essentials like nappies, prepaid electricity, and where necessary food hampers. Our main service being our at-home community-based care.
Jock was born with severe cerebral palsy. We weren't expecting it. It was a shock to us. When he was born, he had no suck reflex. He didn't move like a normal baby. They immediately sent him to the ICU.
And this is Keanu Jansen. He was born on the 23rd of September 2005, and he was then diagnosed with a condition called polymicrogyria. Now, typical symptoms is the development of the child, speech, walking, everything is slow, and in fact they told us that the life expectancy is like 2 to 3 years, and Keanu will turn 7 in September.
This is Erin Steenkamp and I'm Kim. My little girl has Rett syndrome and she was diagnosed about 1.5 years ago. It causes and creates developmental delays, and it also creates problems with their body functioning, their hand skills, their motor skills, their fine motor skills and their gross motor skills.
We currently support 28 families. Our children have various complex disorders ranging from severe cerebral palsy to autism and some very rare syndromes in between. Typically, they suffer from seizure activity, which is controlled by medications such as Epilum. A lot of our children are already on the maximum dose of medication. They can't go any further with it. So it's up to us to come in and provide the care that they need. We can't cure them at any stage. Some of our children also have tracheostomies, which in themselves make the child very life-threatening, because if a trachea comes out, the child's airway is completely compromised. We also care for children with muscular disorders, such as SMA, where mentally they are fine, but their bodies just don't function. There are also some very rare disorders that our children suffer from, such as MCT8, Janssen-Blizzard syndrome, and Creutzfeldt syndrome. MCT8 being so rare, there's only 20 children in the world suffering from this condition. We are currently offering care in the northern suburbs from Goodwood to as far as Durbanville, but have plans to extend these services into more underprivileged areas. We realise that there is a demand for our services in a lot more areas within the Western Cape, and we want to be there to provide the service. We are also aiming to create a full hospice service here in the northern suburbs, where our children can come to daycare, have overnight care and short respite care where mom and dad can actually go away on a holiday. During a sit, a carer will arrive at the house with their medical bag and their play box and provide what that child needs. We would have already established a play plan for the child, so we know if they need basic physiotherapy, if they need help with speech therapy, or if the session is just going to be full of fun and play. We make sure that the child's personal needs are taken care of during the time that we're there, and also any feeding or medication that needs to be done while mom and dad is out.
You know, it's very important to have people that got empathy and that not always giving you advice and tell you how to handle things and how to focus with a disabled child, but just surround you with love and support and show you that they're there, you know, whenever you need them, whether it's a call or a mail or a visitation, you know you can lean on them.
When we were approached by Iris House, it was like heaven sent. First of all, they offered sits for us twice a month. The first time I went out for dinner with my husband for the first time, basically since we'd had Jock, 3.5 years.
Our care team is mainly made up of volunteers. Each person is provided with 6 weeks in-house training so that they can cope with the different syndromes and also hygiene control, how to work with gastrostomies, etc., etc. They complete their training with a full day, level 1 first aid training. Each carer goes out with a medical bag which has everything they need for hygiene and for infection control. More importantly, each carer goes out with a box of toys which are specifically selected for each child, and that is where the fun side of Iris House comes in. We also organise days out for our families and our siblings that moms and dads can chat and share stories and support one another.
I never ever thought that I would have a syndrome child. In fact, we never thought it would happen to us or our family.
It changed everything. It changed your life from the first day. But it's not always bad.
This is Jock's little smile. It was very subtle, and you have to know him to know that this is his smile with his little tongue forward and that little twinkle in his eyes. That was about the only response that we got from him.
I just love being with the kids, doing some good things, I think I found my purpose now, doing things special. There's nothing I can do about their diseases because I'm not a doctor, but I can help making each and every day for them special as long as they're here on earth.
Yeah, I know that Sue and Iris House are working very, very hard to fundraise their organisation, as well as do the caring work, and it's very, very hard. And we've also found from our experience that there isn't much government support out there for people with special needs children, and if they could jump in on board and help Sue's organisation, it would make a huge difference.
In a short period of time that Iris House has been in existence, we've seen for ourselves the difference we've made in our families' lives and those of our children. We would like to see an Iris House in every suburb in the Western Cape and indeed South Africa. Our service is 100% free to our families and always will be, so we need your help to help us spread the care work that we do throughout the Western Cape. We need your help to make this vision a reality.